All right. I think we are live. Let me fix my life really quick. All right, guys. So apparently, Anastasia fucked up again. Hi, Jonathan. So you had some unexpected events for memories in DC this time. Yeah, I actually got food poisoning. Um, so yeah, let's chit chat for a second. I just realized that I announced my Saturday live stream at 4 p.m. on my Patreon, but I put it as 8 p.m. on my YouTube channel. So I was like, oh, I did notify my Patreon people, but I don't know if anybody will see message on such a short notice. So let's chit chat for a minute. I see if my Patreon people come in. We can also play some other music. Jonathan, can you hear me well? Can you see me well? It looks like you're the only one right now because Anastasia doesn't know how to tell time. Let me get it a little bit brighter. Hi, Alexander. Hi, Alfonso. All right. Cool. So yeah, we actually have only 3 requests from Patreon, which is totally fine, guys. You know how you come back from even thank you, Jonathan, even from like slightest vacations and like you literally lost, you know, like you're tired, you're still tired, you are still like why does it do that? You're tired, like everything is like, why does it not do this? Interesting. Let me just fix this live stream. So yeah, usually like I try to give myself, you know, a day after vacations, as everyone should, you know. But today I didn't. I came back to the city. Are we good? Hold on. I'm just checking my Google Sheets. Great. Thank you, Alexander. So, yeah, I came back last night and I went straight to work, as in, like, turned on my computer. You know, I didn't actually have to go anywhere. I worked, scheduled my live streams, and I got a food poisoning in Washington, D.C., so that's why I had to stay for a day longer because I could not physically get on a bus to come back home. I was so sick, guys. Like, I literally thought I had to go to emergency room because shit was so fucking bad. Like, it felt like flu. You know, besides the fact that, oh, hi, Fred. Besides the fact that I'm not gonna give you a bunch of TMI, but like, I was so sick. Like, there was a moment when I was like, I don't think, like, I think I need to go to emergency room. And thank God I have insurance. But I slept. The next day I woke up, which was yesterday, and I felt a little better. I didn't feel up for walking around the city again because I wanted to go to a museum, but I'm like, you know what, let's just get I feel relatively okay. Let's just get on a bus and get home. Until I feel worse again. So I got on the bus. I am all better now, but you know, when you have food poisoning, it's usually a 3-day kind of situation. So I'm a little like whoopy right now. That's why maybe everything. And I'm behind on everything. Like, you know, like with every vacation, it's okay to get behind on life, you know, if you have like a trip or something. But like I had a trip, and on top of that, I had food poisoning. And you know how it happened? Thank you, Jonathan. So I went to eat some Vietnamese food, and I love Vietnamese food, those like soups. But Delane, yeah, okay. I have yet to check them more out. So I ate it, and then I got some to go, and then I left it at the hotel outside the fridge, and then I walked around all day long. And it was outside, sitting outside, but like food, it doesn't really go bad outside of the fridge if it's been outside the fridge for like 10 hours. You know, it usually takes like 24 hours or longer, in my experience, for the food to start kind of getting a little icky outside of the fridge. So I came back home very late, like 2 in the morning, home to the hotel, 2 in the morning, and I ate it. And as I was eating it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm making myself nauseous. You know, when you know when you know what got you sick, like just the thought of that food, and it was like a little off at that point, and I'm like, you know what? I'm sure it's okay. It's been sitting outside only for like, I don't even know if it was even 10 hours. It probably was even less. Food poisoning is so tough. Glad you are better now. Yeah, I'm definitely better. I'm still a little like, I'm very dehydrated. I have my water here. I'm very dehydrated. I barely ate. I lost like 5 pounds, which, you know, for me is already like, you know, I'm 5'8", and I'm only like 132 pounds. So 5 pounds for me, like you start seeing it on me. Thank you, Lycanthrope. I don't know if I know this one. Interesting. Yeah, so today I woke up. And last night I came home and I had to work because I get a little antsy if I don't work, if I don't, you know, because I have like e-commerce business, so I get like a little off because I feel like my sales gonna drop and stuff. So I worked for about like, you know, good like 4 or 5 hours, and I'm already like tired. Then I went to sleep. I did sleep though. I did sleep good like 8-9 hours, if not more. Like yeah. And I also growl today because I get a little antsy if I don't growl, because it's a muscle. So like it's like going to the gym. If you don't go to the gym for a week, you're gonna feel it coming back to the gym. So I honestly should have given myself 1 day off today, you know, and done the live stream Sunday, Monday. But I'm just like, you know, let's just do it. Thank you, Alfonso. Let me grab this. Alfonso, you have to tell me. Hi, Sarah. You have to tell me the request. Okay, Pretty Reckless. Yo, Pretty Reckless. I actually don't know their stuff at all. I know like maybe like 3 songs. I have never really. Baby Blue Eyes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was very dehydrated. Who asked me about? Oh yeah, Jonathan. I was very dehydrated. I couldn't keep anything down. Like I was just so sick. I didn't have a sip of water for over 24 hours, and then I started drinking and like feeling better. But like that's what's been happening. So maybe I was a little woozy. I hope I didn't make any mistakes ordering for my company. Did Pretty Reckless 2 recently with the warning. Oh, they actually kind of like within the same style. I can definitely see them touring together. I didn't eat today. I had a little bit of cheese, which I'm trying to be a little careful coming out of food poisoning. Fuck, I can't believe I got food poisoning on the last fucking day, and I didn't go to the museum. Like, that's so fucking annoying, because I've been to Washington, D.C., I think this is my 4th time. So I've been to all of the museums, I've been to all the monuments, I've done all of that. So this time I was like, you know what, let me, have I ever had food poisoning before? Yeah, I had. I had a lot of food poisonings growing up as a child because I had some stomach issues. So like literally once a month I had something. So I even was in the hospital a few times. Like, so yeah, I'm aware of how to take care of myself after food poisoning. All right, so yeah, I was like, let me just walk around, enjoy this city as opposed to like museum. I stopped by all the memorials, but I did it at night because before I did it during the day. So it's very nicely, I have videos, I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel. It's very nicely like lit up, and like the lights, and it's everything is super pretty at night. So I did all of that. I walked around like White House and like all of that. And I walked around just the city, and honestly guys, I really enjoyed the city because I never walked around the city. For me, Washington, for me, always like memorial. Yes. It's very beautiful at night. I sat on the steps next to Lincoln Memorial, just like chilling there, sitting there, because everybody was sitting on the steps, and it was really, really, it's like you're stuck in a picture. It's really pretty. So I didn't really go to museums because I've just been to all of it. I just really wanted to have that a bit of a different experience of DC. I went to this gay bar, and it was a karaoke night, so I sang with all these gay boys, like it was, and they were singing like Spice Girls and like Cher and all that, like fun, cool, strong enough to live, and like it was so much fun, and all of them were so welcoming, because when you go to a gay bar as a woman, it's kind of hit or miss, because a lot of times they kind of like look at you like, because they don't know I'm gay, so like they look at you like, what the fuck are you doing here, like this is not like a fucking zoo for you to come and like look at us. But those guys were actually really, really nice. I made some friends, so it was really, really cool. The hotel was beautiful, but yeah, it got me on the last day, and I wanted to go to this one Museum of American History. That one seemed like the one that was more interesting to me than anything else, and I was just like, you know what, I'm feeling okay right now. It was like 11 in the morning, and I was like, let me just get on the bus, because I feel, like sometimes you like have this like a lift of like energy, and you're like, okay, I have energy to get to the station. I just need to get to the station, find the bus, get the I had the ticket, and just get on the bus and try to like fall asleep, which I did, but it was like very uncomfortable, obviously. But I got to New York safe, and now I'm here. All right, guys, let's go. So I have some salami here, because I don't want to get hungry during the live stream, so I'm gonna eat some salami if I get hungry. Such a bummer way to end your time there. It's fine. I was there for 5 days. 4 of them were amazing. Well, 3 of them were amazing, because I got there on Monday at 5 in the morning. So I really had only 3 days there. It was really good. I really like how I planned, how I did the whole trip. Because as opposed to like touristy stuff, I stopped by different bars. I checked out. I walked for like 3 hours across the entire Washington, just kind of like exploring. It was really cool, and I really liked Washington. All right, never been to karaoke bar. Oh yeah, I've been to karaoke bars. I actually don't like singing at karaoke bars, because I'm when it comes to music, I'm a bit of like a perfectionist. Like, I need a sound check. I need to hear how I hear myself. Like, I get a little, and I know nobody cares how you sing at karaoke. You can be like, you can suck and people still be like, woo, but I shouldn't suck. And I feel like I almost put too much pressure on myself at karaoke, because I get nervous, because I don't know how I'm going to sound with that mic, because I've never held that mic. So, I think karaoke is actually very good practice for me to just like get out of my head, because I don't mind singing I don't really get nervous at rehearsals or like at performances or something like this, because like I did a sound check. It is my mic. I know how I'm gonna sound. I know how I'm gonna hear myself. But when I don't know, that's when I get like, all right, let's go. So we don't have Babu Michael in the chat. We're gonna start with them. Again, I have only 3 Patreon requests, which is totally fine. I'm rushy today, because I still have to do a lot of stuff. Jessica is coming with Jaquito, so we're probably gonna go get some food. I'm not drinking anything for the foreseeable future, like any kind of beer or anything, because I need to get out of this food poisoning situation. All right. Ever see? Yeah, Jonathan. I know what you're talking about. I know. I guess I'm not at the level of professionalism where I can go. Well, not I guess. I am not at that level where I can go anywhere and sound good anywhere with any sound equipment. And the thing is that I sound good. It's in my head. I know it's in my head because I sang "Bring Me to Life," and that's my like go-to karaoke song. And I started singing, and I see people like, looking at me, because I also kind of sound a little bit like her. So I know I sound good. I'm just like, I'm always in my head, because like, I know I can sound better if I know exactly what's going on with sound equipment. And everybody would be like that, But Yes, it is Evanescence song. All right, let's go. So we have 3 Patreon requests. We already have 6 requests from live requests. So yeah, let's get at it. Also, for some reason, it didn't let me save into my what is it? Like back to back to back, which is weird. Am I not seeing something? Did it change the outlay? Because usually it's right here. It says save, and then it goes into my account, but it didn't, which is fine. Whatever. All right, first one. We're gonna start with Bob Miller. Bob Miller, I'm so sorry that I fucked up on the time. It's gonna be At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul, live at Wacken. Okay, let's go. You guys know I love live performances. All right, this is from Bob Miller. Also, guys, oh shit, hold on, I didn't do something. Here we go. Once it starts playing, let me know if you can hear it well, if you can see it well. Let's go, baby. I love that sound. Hi, Здравствуй, Александр. I'll stop right here. Oh, that's a cool picture. I love how different people sound completely different using the same technique, because this is a fry scream, but this is Ginger, this is Will Ramus, this is Alisa, but they sound completely different. Even when you compare Alisa to Tatiana, it's like if you don't know what you're listening to, you would have thought that it's a completely different scream, It's just crazy. But I mean, it's also not crazy because, we use the same, we have different speaking voices, but we have the same, anatomy, but we are very, very different. It's just interesting how different he sounds. Like he has a bit more of a tone, and I feel like it's very loose, like as opposed to like Alisa. I'm saying Alisa because I just practiced Arch Enemy, so I'm so out of it, guys. If I forget something, you have to like work with me today. I'm literally like just coming out of my coma. Like with her, it's very like earthy, and it's very like tight, but not in a bad way tight. It's just very, very intense. And he has a lot of sound in it, but it's very loose. It's just really cool to hear all these different, not even ways of screaming, because it is the same way. I know exactly what's going on in his throat right now, like because of my teacher who explained everything to me. I know exactly what anatomically is going on, but he sounds very different. It's so fucking cool. All right, let's go.
Always the same. My tired eyes have seen enough of all your lies.
So fucking different, crazy. So cool. I'm trying to have it in my throat. Oh my god, I love this shit. I fucking love this shit. Yo, this is... fuck. Every time I want to scratch my head, I scratch my headphones, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling anything. I need to pin this. somehow. Let me pin it on. This is how I do these things today. Yes, I know I'm very organized. This is exactly what I love. This is literally right up my alley. This is definitely exactly what I love, exactly what I love to hear. Very aggressive, very in your face, growly. Again, I like when singers / growlers switch from cleans to harsh vocals, but this is a different kind of band. Guitars, everything is very aggressive. The energy is there. Literally everything is like hits my check. Like, this is so fucking cool. He sounds like someone else, but I can't think of the name. Subdimo Martin band. Like Will Ramos, like he sounds very. First of all, he's very like very kind of like high and screamy, and this is just very interesting growl. I really like it. I think I'm gonna keep listening to it every time before I practice, because his is very, very loose, and sometimes mine is very tight, because sometimes I over push. I think this actually might help me with my growls. Hey, Denise. Yo, I mean, come on. Everything is there. What I love.
Slaughter of the soul, suicidal, violent. Children, born of sin, tear your soul apart. Never again. I'm tired, I've seen enough of all your lies. My age is right. Open up a door. With all revenge we have sown.
Yo.
As we have sown.
You hear how wet his sound is. Like, it almost feels Will Ramos can definitely project and Will Ramos also does inhale growls, which are actually not the best for your throat, because you're basically going against your nature, against how we supposed to operate our voice and our voice box, because you're inhaling and producing the sound. But it's not like he's trying to be like sing rock ballads of Nightwish, so he doesn't really, he can afford to do that, and he's doing it fucking. My teacher does that too. Oh my god, when you hear it, it's like the gates of hell are opening. It's so fucking cool. But you hear how his sound is so wet, and that's what you want when you growl. It's not this dry sound that hurts your voice, that hurts your throat. Like the position of his growl is so fucking perfect. That's like wet, almost like boiling kind of sound. Like, that's exactly where it needs to be. Like, he can scream for 10 hours straight and he's not even gonna feel any exhaustion, as long as he supports well, and it looks like he's breathing as well too. But like that wet kind of bubbly sound, that's what you really want to get when you growl. Sometimes mine gets a little dry because I over push. So yeah, I'm definitely need to listen to it and try to mimic him. Fuck. But other than that, I mean, I know I'm talking about the growls, but like everything is, this song is perfect. I mean, it's also kind of like a old schoolish kind of sound. I feel like it's like thrash metal meets speed metal meets a bit of death metal. Like, it's all kind of like in the same thingy. Get that saliva in. It's not even about saliva because it's not in here. Your growl is not really like, it's kind of like lower. One vocal coach was talking about his inhale growl in the demon pig sound. Yeah, I mean, I can do that sound, but I feel it, and I use clean vocals. more than I use my growls, and I really don't want to fuck up my clean vocals. So as far as the inhale will help you understand where the actual regular fry scream comes from, because it comes from the same place. It's just how the air goes. So fuck, I don't know if I can do it right now, but basically when you inhale, that space where the sound goes in is very, very, very small, and if you blow air out, that's where your fry scream comes from. And it's that actually inhale scream actually helped me understand fully where my growl is supposed to come from, because it's very hard to understand. It's, at least for me, it was very hard to understand exact place where the growl comes from, because it's just, like I said, you don't see inside of your throat. It's all about the feel. It's kind of, like these are your vocal cords, and like it's kind of like right here, but it's also kind of another thing that helped me when you have hiccups, like like that place where everything goes here. If you add a little bit of the air, that's where your growl comes from. So, but yeah, inhale scream actually did help me a lot. Ooh, so loose. Fucking perfect. All right, I don't know why I've never heard of them, or maybe I've heard of them and then I don't remember. You guys know what I've heard of more than I know what I've heard of. Fuck, I want to like re-listen to it because I literally just growled, and like I told you guys, like I don't like to not growl for more than 2 days because it is a muscle, and if you don't exercise your muscle, you basically go back to where you were before. So I really like, and my growl today was very tight and very dry, but this is exactly what you want. This is exactly where it's very like bubbly, airy, very aggressive, very in your face, but still very, very, he literally can growl for like 5 hours straight. He's not gonna get tired. I went to this gig, it's just like a small bed in New York, and the guy growls, and he was like, yeah, like 40 minutes and then I'm like dead, my voice is dead, because that's how your body works. And I'm like, no, if you growl correctly, if you sing correctly, you can sing for 5 hours and you will be fine. Obviously at some point exhaustion will come in, because it's a very physical thing to do. You have to support all the air and everything, but if you growl correctly, you can growl every day for hours and you will be fine. And he was like, no, my body gets tired. And I'm like, no, you growl in the wrong place. But to each its own. I only know a couple songs by this band. They're older, I believe maybe mid-90s. It is kind of like an older sound, but I really like his growls. Really like his growls. All right. Next one, it's from Michael, who is not in the chat with us because Anastasia fucked up the time. Harper, Weight of the World featuring Dave Stephan. I know Harper, right? Do I? Well, let's see. So this is from Michael. Ah! All right, let's go.
I'm not your enemy, just
All right. So you see, nice picture to stop. My growl is kind of like her, higher and a little drier. I'm obsessed with the instrumental of it. I really, really love instrumental. How would I classify Alex Terrible? So Alex Terrible has a completely different growl. Like that's actually full core growl. It's a completely different place. Has nothing to do with Rice Cream. It's a literally different muscle group. So what these guys are doing and what the band was doing before, it's not what Alex Terrible does. It's a completely different growl. It's a completely different place. It's a completely different technique. And I know where he growls. It's kind of like it comes from here. So you know when you like come back from work and you sit on a couch and you're like so it's like right here. But I don't growl like that. I do Rice Cream. So it's a completely different story. What I don't like what she's wearing. I'm sorry. Hi Alex. Hello Germany. Hi Smear. No, the clock is not slow. The Anastasia is slow. Anastasia fucked up the time on the live stream. Yeah, I don't like what she's wearing. But again, this is a personal preference. I think everybody should wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. And you know, she has this like pink and whatever blue hair and like colorful clothes. I just don't like it. The music is so doomy and aggressive. But I guess I see where they're coming from. It's just not my cup of tea, this kind of visuals. I'm not into that color scheme. But the instrumental, there's something on top of it going, like a horns kind of situation where it's like just makes it a little more like gloomy and doomy, like really, really cool. How much reaction coming? Yeah, all reactions are $10, guys. I at some point I'll raise the price, but honestly, like I don't really, never really started my YouTube for money, but Anastasia needs to make money to record her stuff. So that's where all your donations from live streams going literally to the recording studio. So we're going to see a lot of new things coming from me very soon. All right, let's go further. Hi, Brazil. Oh, let's stop right here. Let me just grab this request. Thank you, Smear. I'm really enjoying. I don't know. I'm just not. I need to like open up my vision a little bit more. I'm just very like precise, I guess, on every detail. And if I don't like something, like the color, you know, I'm just like not into it as much. And this is not, I just don't like bright colors, you know. I really don't like, and it sucks to say that, oh, I don't like what the girl is wearing, therefore I don't like the song. That's not the case, you know. Like I said, everybody should be wearing whatever the fuck they want to wear. But you know, humans are visual creatures. Oh, I sorry, no more sad. So yeah, when if I heard this song, I probably would have loved it more, but I'm really, really, really loving the instrumental. I also like that the guy, he goes from cleans to growls. I would love the girl go do it as well. But the instrumental is absolutely perfect. I really wouldn't change a thing. Really wouldn't change a thing. And again, like I understand what the girl is going for. She looks like a girl next door, really like hipster kind of style, and then she goes off and sounds like she's coming from hell. Really cool vision, really cool. I just don't like the colors. No, really cool growl. And Chelsea looks so young. Oh, she's definitely great, yeah. Oh, they're both singing. Big Stefan. Wait, all right, fuck, I shouldn't have stopped. So, isn't she the one from something America's Got Talent or something, and she did like a cover of Slipknot or something like this? Can't stick around today. Oh, Adam, daughter has prom tonight. Busy with that. Oh, congratulations, your daughter is an adult. So yeah, that's where I know her from, because I think my teacher actually showed her to me. He was like, just check, because he sends me like different singers, different bands, just to like check out what people do with their growls. All right, so okay, I see why she's wearing that clothes, because she's a baby, and they want to accentuate it, like look like she's a tiny like 12-year-old child, but she goes off like, okay, then I see the point. I really see the point. Really, really fucking cool. Really cool. Well, I hope she's gonna have a long career, and she has really good teachers around her to really make sure that her harsh vocals do not hurt her. And it sounds like she knows what she's doing. It sounds like it's in the correct place, but still, she's very, very young, and she's still developing her voice. So I hope she is gonna keep taking those voice lessons, those harsh vocal lessons, to make sure that she will be able to have a long career in this. Our beloved Epica doing 2 support performances opening for Metallica. Yeah. Me and Jonathan talked about this on my Instagram. Epica is opening for Metallica. Yeah, really cool. In Germany and France, right? Really cool. Well, let's finish this up. That's where I know her from. Really, really cool. All right, I take it back about the wardrobe. I take it back. Yellow and orange are my least favorite colors. I can't wear those colors. They make me look like I'm a zombie, like fucking, they're horrible on my skin tone. So I think I have like, I'm allergic to yellow and orange. Like I literally don't have anything. Well, my cup is yellow, but I have not a single item of clothing, even like socks, that are orange or yellow, because I can't stand those colors. They make me look awful. So maybe that's why. But I see what they were doing, and they were doing the correct thing. She's a child, and to accentuate that sweet little girl that sounds like she comes from hell. Really cool. I take it back. This was really cool. Instrumentals are fantastic. The guy is really great. And it seemed, at first I thought that only the guy was singing, but then whoa, my English. But then on the second part, it looks like they were both singing. So if she is who I think she is, she was the one on, like I said, America's Got Talent or something like this, and she was not doing any clean vocals. She just growled. And she did the false chord growl, not the fry scream. Fuck, I wonder if it's her or not. Let's just fucking Google it and see. We have to get out of this Harper. America's Got Talent. Yep, that's who she is. And she did yep.
From the
Look.
UK.
Take my body instead. Holy roller sits in the garden we've fled.
That's her.
Blood into wine, take my body instead.
That's a false chord. Jonathan, when you were asking about Alex from Slaughter to Prevail, that's his place. That's the different kind of scream. So, but then she was actually fry screaming in the video that we watched right now. So yeah, I hope she is having correct teachers. Sounds like she's doing the good thing, the correct thing. So that's where I know her from. And my teacher actually did send her to me, the video of her. So, all right, let's go. Next one is from Fred, who is in the chat with us today, and it is going to be Sixth Sense, Feed Them to the Wolves official music video. I don't think I know them. I don't think I remember. It doesn't sound familiar. So let's go.
Yo guys, got a cool idea.
What's up?
What if we used the sick car that Deli's grandma gave us for our next music video?
This car?
Nah, I
Wait.
don't think so. I think we
That's
should all
the
come
best
in
it
hot,
is.
all five of us. On
Now
pedal
they look
bikes. Let's come in
familiar
hot.
to me.
Yeah, man.
What's wrong with
be
you, man?
tough.
Look
Look tough. Show no weakness.
Real flash,
Show
dude.
no weakness.
Think
Come in
Poison,
hot.
think Motley Crue.
No,
they don't
come
have
in
bikes,
hot.
dude.
Come
They
in
have
hot.
flashy cars, dude.
Quiet!
Look, we gotta agree on something.
Okay, I see, Fred. That's. She sounds a bit like Alisa. Oh, I love how different people sound so different. It's so cool. You see that kind of like more like girthy, tighter sound with more vocal in it. I see why she replaced Alisa. Well, Alisa left, but I'm saying like why they picked her to replace Alisa, because like there's a lot of similarities between her and Alisa.
Cast out what you don't understand. Make them give in to every demand. The mob is here and you know it rules. We don't need leaders being led by fools. We all want change and we don't care how. Doesn't matter who suffered back then or now. Nothing's for free, it all comes with a price. One man's burden is another man's vice. Get how it works, they want the moon and the stars, luxuries with the purse without shedding the tears and the sweat and the blood. Force back in your place with your face in the mud. Cause what goes up must come down. The voice of reason gets lost in the sound of complaints with restraints that awake to the fight. One misstep, find yourself crucified.
So we all know that I'm not a fan of any kind of rap on top of any kind of music. It's very, very rare that I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, I mean, it definitely works with this song, but I'm still not a fan of rap. I don't fucking know why. I'm so allergic to it. But I do love the clean vocals and I love how like elongated they are. You know, it's a very punchy beginning of the verse, very screamy, very growly, and then it goes into this like rap part, and then she starts singing. It's very elongated phrases, which is really, really good change for the song. So it's not all staccato or all legato. It's kind of like this, which is a very, very correct way of writing the song, because that's exactly what you should do. But yeah, that's kind of what's I mean, I would be okay with them just growling and then clean singing. But it's cool to add some rap into it, because you know, rap is big. All right, let's go. I'm so allergic to something. Beautiful harmonies. Ooh. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna re-listen to the song. This is very Ginger-ish. You know how they go from metal to almost blues, and this kind of spacey melody. It's like literally reminds me of Ginger. It is definitely on the progressive side, yeah. She kind of even sounds like Tatiana with her please. Hi, Megadog. Oh my god, it's so Ginger. Those guitars. Oh my god, this is like...
I don't want to be dramatic, but the bear is driving the car. You guys should do something.
Oh, it's in a different car. Just noticed. All right, yeah, that definitely did like it. It's like Ginger plus rap. Really cool. Somebody said Falling in Reverse. Yeah, I feel like Falling in Reverse is like the only band that I'll be like, oh, that's like, that part sounds cool. They do have couple songs that are a bit too auto-tuney rappy, which I'm not a fan of, but he definitely can rap, scream, and sing, and like, yeah, I really like Falling in Reverse. Actually, I should go see them live. They probably tour the States a lot. Sixth Sense, yes, definitely loved it. They definitely, at first they didn't sound like Ginger, but then like, you know, that spacey, almost bluesy part, and the guitars in the end, and then she, even during that part, she was kind of sounding like Tatiana. I'm not saying they're trying to copy Ginger, you know, but I'm just saying this is like in the same kind of category, you know. So much, it's like too much Ginger. Yeah, it did sound, if you played the spacey part to me, and the end part, especially the end part with those guitars, I would be like, oh, that does sound like Ginger. But Ginger doesn't own every style out there, so there are a lot of people doing the same style. Did you get any summer concert tickets? I have Camelot, and other than that, I don't have any. Oh, wait. Oh, I have Ginger, Disturbed, and Camelot. Yeah, and it's all in August. I don't know if I'm going to be getting any more tickets. Shit's so fucking expensive, because in July I have to go for, I guess it's a business trip, whatever. So then I have a trip. Then I have a small trip in June. And then I am going to Europe to see my mother for like 2 weeks. So I really can't be like throwing my money around. Not that, buying tickets is throwing money around, but, between recording my stuff and taking all these trips, the ticket to see Disturbed and Ginger was like, I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it wasn't like $50. It was I wanted to go to a festival, but guys, shit's so fucking expensive. Devin, fuck, I keep forgetting. How much is that shit? God damn it. Hi, Luis. Arch Enemy is better, Alisa. Well, we all have different preferences, but this was really cool, and this is definitely different from Arch Enemy, All right, let's go to our live requests. First one from Alexander Mariani. I love that last name. Iced Earth, blessed are you. I don't think I know them. Live in Athens. All right, let's go.
Burns in me. It's a beast never to be tamed. The only peace I can find.
Yo, the hair.
All the ones
all right, Alexander.
You're the ones for which I'll die. Forever we will be standing tall, side by side. We are the children of the night. Blessed are you, blessed am I. Children of the night, children of the night. Blessed are you, blessed am I. Children of the night, children of the night.
Yo, I love how he adds that rasp on his clean, because he has a very beautiful clean vocals, but that when people add that rasp on it, oof, I just love it so much. Actually, after studying growls, fry vocals, I finally understood how to add the rasp, because I always thought that you have to be born with a raspy voice in order to be able to add that rasp, but you don't, apparently. Look at Floor. So now I can actually add that raspy tone. I don't think I'm going to be doing that, because I feel like this is not what I want to do. I want to switch from like angelic clean vocals, because that's how I sound. I sound very clean and very like precise and like perfect. Well, perfect. I didn't try to give myself a compliment, but like my cleans are very like angelic sounding, and switch to like the devil growl. So that's the contrast I want to have in my stuff. You still taking requests? Yes, I'll take a couple more requests. Yeah. Also the hair. I don't fucking know. I feel like the water changed to something, like, or is it because I'm in New York? Like, I washed my hair in Washington and I had beautiful, like, I felt like I grew hair overnight. It was beautiful. Like, I'm sure shampoos and water, like faucet water, was different 20 years ago, because like there's no way every single person at that time had beautiful hair, and now everybody has like, you know, 3 hair strains. All right, I just, you know, this is kind of like old school shit, you know, I love it. And when he started singing, I'm like, I fucking know, I know he has more. Like, I know he's gonna open up. Like, when he started singing, I feel like he almost like, not almost, he was like intentionally holding back, but he wasn't singing in his head voice. He was still singing like with the, you know, like the earthy sound. Very nice control too. Thank you, Mega Dog.
By my side, through roam the world true and free, feeding you the inner beast, all the ways that keep me high.
Let me just say something here. So he has a very Italian way of singing, old school Italian. So old school Italian opera is where you sing like you have a hot potato in your mouth. So this kind of sound right here. And that's how I learned Burning Witches. Great. All right, Megadog, we'll do that. So yeah, I saw that, Megadog. Yeah, I'll do that. So when I started singing opera, when I started like learning how to sing opera, I was learning from a very, very old school teachers. And the first thing then they taught us is to lay on the ground and breathe, because when you lay on the ground, you breathe through your stomach, you know, as opposed to shoulders. Because women, we usually breathe right here. And if you want to be a professional singer, you should not be breathing here and moving your shoulders. So that's the first thing they teach us. And then the second one, the position of your mouth inside should feel like you have a hot potato in your mouth, like this kind of sound, you know, the operatic, very dark sound. Now opera is a little different. It moves a little bit more towards very bright sound. So when you hear like even like sopranos, like if you compare Anna Netrebko, which has a very, very dark way of singing, and even though she's like the best soprano in the world, and sopranos that you hear now, the sopranos now are very bright. You know, you don't hear that Italian voice like like that kind of sound. It's more like like it's more bright, and he's singing in that. Like it feels like he has a hot potato in his mouth. Like it has a very, very old school Italian operatic way of approaching the tone. But then he switches to more of a belty, thinner, in a good way, thinner sound when he starts singing the chorus. Very interesting how he switches between two.
Ones for which I'll die.
See how dark it is.
Standing tall, side by side. We are the children of the night. Listen, all you. Listen, all I. Children of the night. Children of the night. Listen, all you. Listen, all
All right, let's stop right here. Really, really fucking great guitar. So Melody Memory is actually in Japan, as far as I remember. And Melody Memory, when do you sleep? Because sometimes I do my live streams at 9, at 8, at 4, and you always up. When do you sleep? Very lyrical guitars as well. This is not even, would you even, It's also very like crowd participation-ish kind of song, like on the boom, 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 like really, really cool to like get the crowd up. This is kind of like on the edge of like between like rock and metal, you know, because of the lyrical guitar solo and the lyrical vocals. I would say this is more like a hard rock than metal, but I still want to know his secret for his hair. Hold on one second. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Let me just make a quick note for myself here. This is just literally everything. And you guys saying that this is a power metal band. Okay, so it's more of a slower song. Cool. So they actually go heavier. Oof, yo, might be my next obsession. Thank you for that, Alexander. Melody Memory, what do you do for a living? Because you're always up. You never sleep. It could be 2 in the morning, could be 6 in the morning. You're always up. Elon builds that time machine. This is the concert you want to go back in time to. No, I'm gonna go back to see Queen. Out of everybody, I probably will go back to see Queen. I'm sorry. I grew up listening to Queen. Freddie Mercury has been my god since I was like 3 years old. So no, I will go see Queen. But yeah, that note in the end, where is it? That note at the end is just fucking like, is it like a C or something? Oof, yo, this is like fantastic. Hi, Andre. Fucking fantastic. Well, this is definitely something that I absolutely love. Just finished work and now I'm watching your video. Oh, you work at night? Are you a bartender? I used to work those nights. Oh, thank God I'm not there anymore. I can. I was actually a pretty badass bartender. All right, so next one is from Alexander again. Sex Machine Guns. Do I know them? Oh, I love the hair. Sounds like it's Japanese. Sounds like Love Bites. The beginning of Love Bites. I'm so scared to have my glass of water next to my computer, so I gotta like figure something out. Oh, Japanese! You hear it when you hear it. Like old school Japanese. I love those half steps. Shit's about to get real. Hi, Indonesia. Okay, let me stop right here. Fuck, I should have stopped before, but like the beginning. Oh my god, they have a crowd in the back. There's audience in the back. Yeah. I thought audience in the back you meant like all the way in the back, but you meant behind them. This is very interesting way of building a venue. I really haven't seen venues like this. Oh, I've never been to a venue like this where you can actually be behind the band, you know? Very, very cool. It's almost like a circus kind of circular kind of, but they're not behind them. They're like on top behind them. Woof. Also, I need to know who is the designer for the red costume of one of the guitar players, because I want one in black. Yo, and that high note that hits it. Woo! There's a couple of full shows from them on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, they are fucking... You guys, your suggestions today, guys, are like fucking fantastic. Like, I mean, not that they're bad ever, but like today's like old school, like in your face metal and growls and those guitar, and starting with the guitar solo. And isn't it funny that I said like, oh, it sounds Japanese, you know, because that, like, I feel like it sounded like Love Bites would open a concert or something like this, like that I don't even know what it is, but that guitar sound, you know, just like with Ginger, you know, Ginger has this like that guitar sound that is like, you can play like 5 seconds of that and you'll be like, oh, that sounds like Ginger, you know. Really fucking cool. Like those like distinct things that some bands have coming from the same instrument, coming from the same sound. Like, I understand you can play instrument very differently, you know, but it's just really, really cool. I mean, there was also guitar pedals and all the stuff that they do. Like, I'm not a guitar player, but it's so cool that like that sound is so, you know, like stands out. Like, okay, it's Japanese. Really fucking cool. Oh my god. I also love his look, like the way he looks at the audience, kind of like, bitch, I own you. Like that's the feel that it gives me. Like he's just kind of like a lion in the, you know, in the savannah or something, just kind of looking at them like, you're mine. Really cool. I love when bands do this. Really cool. I love when bands do a little bit of choreography, you know, and it's not like a choreography where and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but like just a little bit, just even that's what Epica does, you know, just like headbanging at the same in the same direction with long hair will just visually it sounds so awesome, you know. And they like when they got down on one knee and were headbanging at the same time, and then they did the same spin, parallel spin, and like there's nothing to remember, you know, you just do it, but like it just visually it looks so cool. And that's why I think Epica until now Epica has been my favorite concert so far out of all the concerts that I've ever seen, because they do that kind of stuff and it's so easy to do. You just on the beat on like 2 songs out of the whole concert, you just headbang in the same direction, and all of them except the piano player have long hair, and it's just like you look at the stage and it's just like it just looks cool. I really love when bands do that, and not a lot of bands do that. I don't understand why. It's so simple, but it adds so much to the performance. She looks like a Fifth Element girl. Remember that white suit? I just love how he looks at the crowd. The drums. They didn't even let him finish. What the fuck? Megadog, I saw your request to change unleash the beat. Okay, cool. But we'll figure that out. This band literally has everything for me. Literally has everything, absolutely everything for me. Like, he even growled a little bit in the end, like Fry screamed. You know, guitars. The drummer is fucking, that's like the whole new fucking like level. I love the costumes. I love, you guys know that about me. I love when bands work on their presentation. I love the costumes. I love the hair. I love, a certain look to the band. I love when bands do kind of like a not matchy outfit, but like just something oomph. The main guy was wearing black. On the right side it was white. Here it was red. It's just the presentation, and then they did literally like 5 seconds of the choreography, but it was so fucking cool. I don't understand why bands don't do this more. Avatar does that a lot too, and they do like the head, the windmills at the same time on certain parts, and Avatar has really, really good presentation. I love Avatar. It's one of my all-time favorite bands. Like you have to see them live. Like their live shows are shows. They play characters. They have 3 guitarists. Yeah. I saw that they have, the main guy and 2 of to the side. So yeah, 3 guitar players. Oh, wait. No, I did not know. Wait, so there were 3 guitars and a bass? I mean, they do have to have a bass. No, I did not notice that. Hi, Andre. I have to rewatch that again. But yeah, a lot of bands need to like take a look at this band, at Avatar, at people that actually look into the presentation. There's a 3rd guitarist standing next to the drums. I saw it. Look. Hey, why the guitarist never came up front? Is it like a thing? Like, how they put them in different. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is how bright they made the venue. At first they started in the dark, and then they put all these lights into the audience, and I feel like it's a bit too bright for the concert. I don't know, maybe because, we used to, now that like I go to concerts, like you go to a venue and it's fucking pitch black. I guess maybe that I'm used to that, but it's a bit too bright for me. If I was in the audience, like it's kind of like a daylight. Like I feel like that would be a bit too bright for me. But I'm sure it works for them. I couldn't wear that outfit no matter how much you paid me. I would. But it's Japanese, they all like, they're not like, they're like aliens. Like Japan is like the whole new fucking world. All right, next one is coming to us from Jonathan. And yes, I'm going to switch my my glass of water for a bottle. And I keep thinking about it, but I keep forgetting because this shit, like it scares the shit out of me. Hold on. And I always put it like far from everything, but I already killed one computer. All right, let's go. From Jonathan. Delane! Cool. Let's go. I have yet to check out more stuff from them, so... All right, cool. I see Jonathan. Oh, those intervals. So up there, so bright. I love her control. I also feel like I might have seen this one because I remember this picture, or maybe not. I don't know. Those ta 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 ta, those intervals are so hard, especially in a head voice when you're not pushing, not belting. Intervals are the most hard thing. Like there's a certain way you should be approaching those intervals. Like your consonant on a word before the interval should be very, very light, so your voice basically like goes up there. And on top of that, she's not even belting, so her support needs to be even harder. And oof, yeah, those intervals were perfect. I need to see this live though. Yeah, but those intervals were absolutely perfect. I also love how she switches between just a regular belt into like a head, more operatic kind of voice. Really fucking cool. She is definitely a very well trained singer. Like I definitely think she had some training. So bright. Remember when we were talking about the darker sound? This is a completely different way of singing. She's up here. She's very, very bright, very like up here. Very different. Oh, I didn't know that, Jonathan. Listen to those intervals. Listen how light the dreams, that interval, the dream, how light the is. You know, when you go the dream, that's where you fuck up your interval. She's literally approaching those intervals so fucking perfect. The dream, literally a light consonant, and it's like a ball, like bounces of that consonant and goes high. Oof, so perfect. So, like a ball bouncing. And she even, I don't know if I'm so technical today. You guys giving me like very good vocalists. When she goes, and she goes into the chest, but then goes, into her head voice so easily and so effortlessly. That one. Oh. A little squeak right there, nice.
I roll the dice and I'm alive. My
very light glottal stroke. Alive. So when I say glottal stroke, you know, and a lot of singers actually fuck up their voices and get hematoma in their. Ooh, that's a Russian thing. You're not supposed to show yourself and get hematoma on their throat when you go you know. That thing is when you go, then your throat goes together, boom, and it goes like this. So if you go on a high note and you hit it like that, that's sometimes if you keep hitting it, and you don't have the correct technique, at some point you can create hematoma. That's why like people like Adele, people like Alicia Keys, that don't necessarily have the best. They're amazing singers and songwriters, but they don't necessarily have the greatest technique. A lot of times they get hoarse and they go on vocal rest. There's no reason for vocal rest ever. You know, if you should be able to do a 2-hour gig every single day without rest. There's no, if you sing in it correctly, if you sing it in the correct place, there's no reason for vocal rest. Like that's all bullshit. That's all myth. So when she does it, Her glottal stroke was so light and so healthy for her voice. Literally, she's not doing anything that is unhealthy. Like, there's not a single thing that I'll be like, you know, like literally every single thing is like textbook correct. Here are those intervals. That's really the only thing that is unhealthy for your throat. So whispering is actually very unhealthy, but I understand why she's doing this here. And I bet you she's doing it in a completely different place when she's singing live, because over here she's pushing her throat. And that is actually very unhealthy, but I understand why she's doing it, because if you're doing an actual recording, that is okay. You know, sometimes you have to do unhealthy things for the emphasis of a certain thing, but I guarantee you she's doing it completely. She's doing it like this when she's singing it live, or she might even sing that part. That's like the only part that could possibly be qualified as not necessarily the healthiest, most technique correct thing, but other than that, she's absolutely perfect.
Like a deer pricked a bone.
That's
on by
when she goes, when she goes, she kind of slides it. Listen to how light her first note is. It's not, it's very, so that's how the interval goes so perfectly up there. Like, oof. It's like, I literally missed out on everything else because I was talking about her voice. I let a lot of like green screen and nicely done green screen, because sometimes you look at green screens and it's like, you know, like green screen done in like 80s horror movies when it's like it is a fucking green screen, you know. And it's kind of like looks funny, like a cartoonish, but over here the green screen was really good, like, but they added a lot of stuff on top of it. They added like a fog machine and stuff like that. I love the double piano, but I really have to rewatch this again because I was so focused on her voice. I get technical sometimes when I see somebody who is very technical, when there's something to talk about, you know, and then I can get technical. When somebody's just like singing, not necessarily with the correct technique, and then growls part of it, there's really not much to break down. I mean, I guess there is, but when you look at something like this is like a textbook of how you're supposed to sing. Tommy Karevic, same thing. Tommy Karevic is like one of the most technical singers out there. You literally look at him and it's this, like, literally you can write a book on how he sings. It's literally absolutely perfect. Every single thing is absolutely perfect. So when it's something like this, I can get technical because there is something to be technical about. Thank you for that, Jonathan. I need to explore them more because I think I've seen like maybe 2 songs with her, and I know she does her own stuff too, right? I really need to check them out more. Bridie! Yay! Let's go. Japan. I love this like not ideal live videos. I'm not gonna be technical anymore. I'm like literally like my head goes into breaking down of the voice. I'm gonna go back, sorry. So this is the full score. This is not the first scream where you hear the girl scream. So she, the lead singer, she's actually pushing a little bit too hard on her voice sometimes, but it is just her enunciation. So when we heard her other stuff, sometimes she gets just tad pitchy, you know, on the actual live performance, which is totally fine. Everybody gets pitchy, you know, but because she pushes on her voice a little bit, she's kind of like right here. That's why like it throws her off here and there. Not here, but like actual like live performance where you can hear the fuck ups in the voice. Like that's where you can hear, but because she's so pushy on her voice, she kind of like flies out of the tune just a tad. But I mean, she's great. Right there, you hear? Ooh, I love that change in the rhythm. I love when you guys know that about me. I love when the band changes the rhythm here and there. It's just like it just gives a little bit of like you know, like oof. I love those moments. Yo, the drums here are fantastic. Why the audience is so fucking dead? All right, let's stop before the guitar solo. So, okay, I see what you're saying because I just saw you message Alexander that a lot of heavy hitters in this festival, they only complain about it was that the stage was too far from the audience. Yeah, I was gonna say that at the very beginning because it was there and then the security and then the stage was still far. It is a bit far. Yeah, I can see. I also don't what the fuck is with the audience? The audience is a bit dead. And Japanese audience is never dead. Like I feel like they're very, very hyper and always very supportive of the bands. Interesting. I do like how they play with the lights here. You know, how it's bright and then it goes very, very dark and you just see the bride here, the name. It's kind of, maybe because it's kind of a festival, but it's kind of like just reminding people, this is our name. Remember our name. Really cool kind of almost marketing hit. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's what I'm getting from it. You know, like, bride here. This is who we are. Don't forget us. that took the air somewhat out of the performances. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, sometimes you are far away from the band if it's like a large venue and you like your seats are like far away. But I guess you feed off of the energy of the people that are up front and jumping around. I guess I guess it brought the energy of the whole venue a little bit down because, like, even now, like, look, somebody was videotaping this, but it's so far you can't even get I see. Yeah, it definitely probably like fucked up some energy for a lot of performances. Oof, yeah, I see that. It's so far. Let me stop right here. I just really love how Bright Deer looks. I don't know if it doesn't look like it's actual lights. It looks like it's the paint, but the paint is a bit, what do you call that paint, that like glow in the dark kind of paint? I feel like that's what's happening here. And I feel like I think a lot of bands should take example in this, because sometimes you go to the shows and you see the name, but it's kind of like dark, and over here it's in your face. I'm sure nobody will forget that name. You know, really cool way to kind of remind people who they are. Oh, come on, the harmony should be louder. Come on, sound engineer. Okay, I have a lot of complaints, not about them, but about how the festival is, how the performance is handled by the sound engineer, by how the stage is far away. It definitely took some energy out of how it's even shot. Like, it's so far. Like, who was organizing this? The drums are louder than anything else. The harmonies are so low you can barely hear them. Yeah, there were a lot of really, I don't know, I don't know what you guys think. Like, to my I mean, they did a great job with what they had. You know, if you go on stage, your harmonies are barely hearable. The drums are pumping on top of everything else. The stage is far away. You can't even communicate and get the audience like all ramped up. Yeah, I wonder who was doing this festival, like who was organizing this, because yeah, there are a couple of fuck ups here and there. Oh, another thing, just the festival's loud park. I don't know, maybe just this performance, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, like, it's not just this performance. The stage is too far away, and I know I noticed it at first, but I'm like, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's something that maybe I'm seeing it wrong. I mean, even like huge venues, people are closer, you know? Another fun fact, you see how she's wearing her belt on her hips? So it's not really the belt, you know, it's like an accessory on her hips. And when I used to be a Coyote, I used to work at Coyote Ugly. That's how we used to wear our belts. Not as belts, but more of an accessory around like our butt, you know, like around our hips. Because sometimes we would take them off and like beat people with it. Yes. That's what we used to do at Coyote. So you have to like take it off really fast as opposed to like getting it out of, your jeans or whatever. So that's where, and we used to wear those kind of belts with like metal studs. So it hurts more. Yes, I'm a very nice person. And we used to wear it around our butts. So it's like loose and you can take it off at any moment. It just kind of reminds me of Coyote ugly years. Thank you for that, Alexander. Next one is coming to us from Fred. Do I know them? Lycanthrope. Okay. I don't think I know them. I'm gonna have a bit of my salami, guys, because I didn't have any food today. You know what? When did I buy this? I hope I'm not getting another food poisoning. Probably should not be eating this. This reminds me, I don't know, maybe because I watched, I didn't watch, I just put like as a side, whatever, Dawn of the Dead. And, okay, Jonathan. All right, Jonathan. This is kind of Dawn of the Dead. It's like a zombie movie, and for some reason, maybe he said like human infection or something. This reminds me of like a zombie movie. I definitely will have this song on my playlist for like to work out. It's very like punchy, especially when you're like on a spin bike. It's very like really cool. I love lyric videos because I can understand what they're saying, but I really love to see like the band, like the who's playing what and like the faces and stuff like that. It is really no stop. I see that. Found the stop. Oh, I should write one of those songs. Humans, virus, blah blah blah. Very cool. Very punchy. Very punchy. I have like love-hate relationship with the songs that don't have a stop because there's no place to stop. So it's very hard to do reaction video because some people complain like, oh, she stopped in the wrong place. Like, yo, like there's no place to stop. You want to listen to the song, go listen to the song. But like there are some songs where there's like really no place to stop. Like there's just really no fucking. And then you read sometimes, like I read through the comments and it's like, oh, like you're the worst stopper in the history. And I'm like, well, where would you stop? Like there's really no place. I like the dinosaurs. I love a bit of like the actual voice there. No place to stop. They are Australian, supposed to be metalcore. I wouldn't call this metalcore. Yeah, I wouldn't call this metalcore, but you know, whatever. What do I know? I love how like Fred, you said, well, it doesn't stop. And they were not stopping, and then they went even faster. I'm like, fuck, now there's really no place to stop. The drums were really fucking cool. There are some really cool metal bands in Australia. I don't know, we actually haven't done many. We've done one Australian band long time ago on my live stream, but they were singing in like, oh, they're from New Zealand, and they were singing in like a native New Zealand, like a tribe language. I forgot what it is, but they were all very young. But we really don't do any Australian metal. We should really look into that. All right. There was a guitar, like very Middle Eastern kind of. You heard it, like when he screams and the guitar literally around him. Really pretty. Bad stops are at least a sign. It's a first reaction. Really, some people would complain if you handled them with a silk rope. Yeah, I mean, I don't watch my videos because, you know, before I react to them, because like, I just feel like people see through the bullshit, you know, like they will really see. And if I see in the band, I'll tell you that I've seen the band, you know. But I guess it is an actually sign that I don't know what's fucking happening later. And, you know, sometimes there was one time when I interrupted the guitar solo, which is like a no. But like some guitar solos, you feel like they stop. And there's another part of the song starts. And then you stop, but then you like press play and it continues into the next part of the guitar solo, and people like, oh my god, you committed a sin. Like, bitch, I don't fucking know that this guitar solo is gonna sound like that. Damn. This is really, really cool. I gotta hear more. I gotta hear more of Alien Weaponry. No, I gotta hear more of Australian metal in general. Fred, can you send me on Patreon like maybe some examples of Australian metal, because we have not really done any. Like one, but it's not even Australia, it was New Zealand. All right, next one is coming to us from Alfonso Rivas Valles. Oh, the Pretty Reckless. Cool. I really don't know anything about them. I've heard maybe like 3 songs. So, okay, well, AC/DC, yeah, but I'm talking like more like a deeper metal. Just remember that it's bad luck to pose during a Midori guitar solo. But you see, with Love Bites, I know the guitar solos go in parts. I know they're very long. First, it's Midori, then Miyako, then they're both together, so it is in parts. But their guitar solos are usually way longer than the average guitar solos, and they sound different, and they sound like they have stops and parts in between. But you see what I'm saying? Like it's sometimes you fucking don't know where the song is gonna go. That's what reaction video is for. All right, Pretty Reckless. Let's go. You know, I heard she's very famous in Russia, and I think she like played a role in like a movie or something, like a few years back. She has this like look of like a rocker, skinny, like I don't know, like she has this look to her, you know, like very interesting. If it was metal, it would jump right now. I want that dress. I think she was a model, Alexander. I think she was a model, but I don't know.
Was lots of fun, but nothing lasts forever in my dreams. I followed you because you knew the way, or so it seemed.
Ooh, nice demo.
I still believed that we would be becoming.
Is this New York? Looks like New York.
I wanted more, but you were moving on to better things. At 25 and still alive, much longer than expected for a man. At 25, all hope has died, and the glass of my intentions turns to sand and shatters in my hand.
I remember what was very interesting about her. So she has this like pretty look to her, but she has this low raspy mezzo. And I think when she started, that was like a thing about her, that she doesn't sound like the way she looks, you know. So that's kind of that contrast is making her so different. Sounds like a 007 song, right? Yeah. It sounds like a yeah. I think she's American. Is she American? Where is she from? Anybody Google? She's pretty, and her lower range is impressive. Her lower range is very impressive. This is like a real mess. And then she has that raspiness on top. And then you look at her pretty face, and it's just so... Not that pretty girls don't have raspy voices, but when she started, she was pretty young. And the contrast of this like skinny blonde girl with the raspy big low voice, it's just so interesting. She definitely has her own thing, you know.
In my hand.
She usually has this like Panda Bear makeup, like dark makeup.
Oh, lie a kiss. The secrets that were served we'd never say. Skip to 8. We called it fate. To live to let us die another day. At 9, I saw the signs reflected in the barrel of a gun. 10,
those are the lows.
Again. And those who loved me burned up in the sun. At 25 and still alive, much longer than expected for a man. At 25, all hope has died, and the glass of my
I wish she was going higher there.
Shatters in my hand.
Another thing she does at her shows, because she pops up on my Instagram just like her reels and stuff, she does this thing like kind of like, I don't know what it's like a feminist thing of like fuck you, I'll wear whatever I want, and then she puts like a black tape like on her nipples and she takes her like clothes off, and you know, a lot of like girls that go to her shows do the same, and then they get on stage and they take their shirts off, and it's kind of like fuck you to society, I'll wear whatever I want, which I mean, I'm not really a feminist. I think we have what we have, so like I don't know what we're complaining about, but yeah, so that's kind of like a fuck you thing that she does, and that adds another like layer to her personality and why she's so interesting, and why her lows are not actually that low. I can hit those lows. Her low is just the way the sound is so full on those lows. Like it's very like like it's just whoever, because I know she was produced by someone really, really good. I don't remember, but she had a team behind her, you know. And I think they did a great job, you know. They literally took everything that she has and kind of like bettered it and like put a bunch of all those like cool layers of like, you know, putting tape on top of her nipples and like those low raspy voice and panda makeup and like really, really cool. I don't want to say product because it sounds bad, but like the whole stylistical choice about everything with her is just like perfect. It like hit.
Shatters in my hand. From 11, 12 I held the future in my grasp. And all through my teens I screamed I may not live much past 21, 2, 3, 4, 21, 2, 3, 4, 21, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. At 25 and still alive, much longer than expected for a man. At 25, our hope has died, and the glass of my intentions, the glass of my intentions, the glass of my intentions turns to sand, shatters in my head.
Yeah, wish she belted that.
Shatters in my head.
Really pretty visuals. It was probably overnight shoot, and then they had to shoot into the morning to see that sunrise. This is really cool, like her time is out. Really, really cool. Really cool, really cool. Visuals are great. The only thing that I feel like was a bit cliche is when she was sitting in that beautiful dress at the bar drinking next to cigarettes. I feel like, come on, like everybody uses that. Like every time you see a sad girl, she's drinking at a bar with cigarettes, you know, with like crying face. I feel like it's like, come on, there are other ways you can show sadness. It doesn't have to be with cigarettes and alcohol. Yeah, I need to look into Pretty Reckless more, and I've been I'm always saying that about a lot of bands, but like this is not necessarily like the style that I'm like waking up and like, ooh, let me listen to Pretty Reckless. But I really don't know them to really make any kind of real opinion about them. I really need to check out more of their stuff. She's interesting. She's very interesting, and they did a really good job with her, you know, taking all of her strong points and just making them like her thing. Really cool. Thank you for that, Alfonso, reminding me about Pretty Reckless, because I don't think I've ever done reaction video to Pretty Reckless. Maybe like once. Yeah, I think it was once during live stream in 2 years. So thank you for that, because if it wasn't for you, yeah, I would have not even like looked into Pretty Reckless. They have a very classic rock sound. Yeah. And then she has this raspy tone. Oh, okay, Andre. Oh, I hope you're gonna be okay without the power. Cool. Have a great weekend too. All right, next one is coming to us from Smear. Okay, all right. Also, guys, no more requests. All right, we're tapping it at 10. So no more requests. Anastasia has to go to eat. It's 6 p.m. I haven't eaten anything besides a piece of cheese and a piece of salami. So I had a coffee. So I'm assuming we're doing this one, correct? Unnatural disasters. Is it the first one? Smear, if you can just confirm with me right now, if you're still in the chat, so I know I'm playing the correct one. Mr. Geets, Unnatural Disasters. All right, I'm gonna play the first one, and you tell me if it is the wrong one. I think it is the. It starts right away. Where to stop? I don't know where to stop. Sorry. What? I don't know if they meant to mix it in a way that he sounds like he's kind of like in a fog. You know, I feel like it's very, very deep in a mix and there's no like brightness to it. Like it's very explicit lyrics. I don't understand anything, so that's okay. Can we hear some information about them? Smear 421. Why is the mix sounding this way? Am I going to hell if I like this? No! People have different opinions about it. I was just gonna say that I love instrumentals. I'm just not you know, too crazy about the fact that the growls sound so deep that like it's almost not like a part of the song. It's also started very abruptly, almost like on like half a word. I feel like if it had correct mixing, it would be much better. But like maybe that's what they were going for. Like it's literally you're in hell, and that's what you're listening. I also really love the artwork. Smear, you have to give us some more context on this band. Like, how do you know them? Who they are? What is happening? Because I feel like we all are wondering. I mean, the drums. Or maybe it's live. Is it live? If those drums are live, it's fucking badass. Ooh, here we go. I found the place to stop. What year is this? 6 months ago. There's nothing. Released on 2022. Auto-generated by YouTube. Reminds me of Cannibal Corpse. I need to know more. I'm like so interested in knowing more about them. I wanna have so many questions. Oh my god, that's creepy. That's cool. Creepy as fuck though. Come on guys, if it's live, it's fucking those drums. Guys, what you don't like is the mix. If the mix was different, you guys would have completely different opinion about the song, because the song is actually pretty badass. And if those drums, because the mix is so bad, like you can't even like understand anything. But if those drums are actually played by the drummer is badass. But I don't know if they might be programmed, because usually there's a specific sound to programmed drums, but because the mix is all over the place. I like it, only I'd have to be in the mood for it. Yeah, and the mix needs to be different. Smear, I'm still waiting for some pre some information about this band. I need to see more from them. Maybe that's kind of like their thing. It also almost sounds like it's been recorded by an iPhone live from stage. You know, that weird muffled kind of sound. But me and Fred are gonna do some investigation into this, and we'll come back and report back to all of you guys to all the information that we find about this band. I mean, the drums are fucking bad. I also, and that creepy part, really cool. I still have a lot of questions though. Thank you for that, Smear. Next one is coming to us from Megadog. And all right, so Megadog, you said that you don't want the first request. You want this one. Burning Witches. Okay, Burning Witches. Witches Unleash the Best official video. Official video. All right, let's go. So I think I've done only maybe 2 reactions to Burning Witches. I love them. They're really cool, and the lead singer, is fucking badass. But am I not getting through? No. Oh, I heard them on NC College. Sorry. I didn't see that. I heard them on NC College Radio and thought of you. Oh, got it. Yeah, they need a sound engineer. And then honestly, if they had a good sound engineer, it would sound really badass. So, Burning Witches, I've seen only maybe 2 songs, and the thing is that I love them. They're really badass, but it never really grasped me as far as like the songs. So let's see, but I don't think I've given them a chance. All right, this is from Megadog. Very Judas Priesty. All right, let's stop right here. Okay, just one criticism. I don't like the mix. I think the vocals are separate, and it's Napalm Records, which is really weird because Napalm Records they know what they're doing. I feel like there's no reverb and anything. I think it's very dry. And I think that vocals are separate from the music almost. But I remember her. I remember being like, whoa, she's like a fucking powerhouse. I just don't know what they need to oomph. Do you know what I'm saying? Is it only me that's feeling like this? Like, they're just so fucking talented. And the lead singer is fucking badass. Like, those fucking like mezzo, huge fucking vocals, and she growls, and it's all the girls, and they play guitar, like it's just, and they have really, really nice style, like those like cool, like gothic clothes. I just don't know what it is that like, that that like I always want to like, gotta see them live. Okay, I see. I mean, she's absolutely amazing. I remember hearing her for the first time, and I think she started singing, and I was like, whoa, that voice. And then she started growling, and I was like, whoa, that growl. They're definitely like, where are they from? They literally have everything. Literally, they have everything. They're all like super sexy, super hot, super talented. I need to see them live. I really need to see them live. So powerful. Switzerland, okay. I want her stomach. She's so like fit. So Judas Priest, it's so cool. Like even the drum sound is a little, I don't know. All right, let me stop before the guitar solo. I remember what I liked about her before as well, because she's like a pretty girl, she's very sexy, she's very pretty, but she's very like, like I love that about her. Like she's not like scared to look, I don't want to say ugly because she doesn't look ugly. Like she's not scared to like, she's not trying to be like all beautiful, because sometimes like even when the girls growl, they still try to be like sexy and pretty, and she doesn't give a shit about that. She's just her. She's just this like witch, which is really, really cool. Like it's very like organic. She looks like Lizzie Hale. Really? I really haven't seen that similarity. I mean, yeah, they both have this like big lips, big mouth, but I don't know. Maybe Laura's vocal teacher. She can teach me. I mean, they're fucking great. I just don't know what is with the mix. Like, maybe I'm not hearing it well. I mean, I'm not fucking sound engineer. I'm just saying how I feel. This thin sounding to me, not their fault. No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love everything that I see. It's just it is a bit dry and thin. Yeah, that's even on the drums. The drums are so badass, but it's like there's no like power behind it. She's really cool. And it's funny because I feel like she would be a very, very sweet person, because people that are usually like this, and then you do the interview with them and they're like, nice and sweet. I think they had that mid-card band thing. They bring in the goods but don't really grab you emotionally. I think it's just the mix, honestly, because they're great, and like that they should tour with Judas Priest. They would literally like female Judas Priest kind of situation. Hey, Peggy. Ooh, but I mean, come on. The guitar solo. We need to play Peggy's song today because I feel like I forgot it last time. Guys, just a reminder, no more requests. Okay, no more requests. Anastasia has to go eat. I like her. She's so in your face. She's so cool. Courtney is filling in for Alisa while she has a baby. Who is having a baby? Alisa is having a baby? What Alisa? Alisa from Arch Enemy? She's having a baby? No. Really? No. I gotta Google that. Are we talking about a different Alisa? Courtney is feeling for Alisa. You gotta give me more context so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I really need to give Burning Witches. I don't want to say give them a chance. They don't need my fucking chance. Like, I just really need to like get into them more, because literally there's everything. Oh, okay, I see. I mean, she is a powerhouse vocally. Nice. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, really cool. I love her. I remember thinking about it, like when I saw them for the first time. I'm like, ooh, she's just a fucking like badass fucking bitch. But then also like I feel like she's like the sweetest person in the world. Like, I love that about metal. Like you look at these like, singers and, men, women, whatever, like, and they just look like they come from hell. But then you talk to them and they're like, okay, hi, how are you? Yeah, thank you so much for inviting us here. Like, it's so cool. I was actually talking about it with someone in Washington when I was at karaoke bar. They're like, so why do you think that is? And I'm like, I don't know why it is like this. And I feel like it also is the thing, the same with the fans, like the fans of the metal. They like go into the mosh pit and they all look tattoos and blah, and then you talk to them and they're like the sweetest people, like they're fucking teddy bears. I'm not saying every single person, of course people are different, but overall metal crowd, are usually very, very nice nice people. And I feel like it's because, you know, we kind of throw this, I don't want to say negative energy because it's not negative energy, like this like aggressive energy out when we listen to metal, when we work out to metal, when we perform metal. And then you go back to your life and you just calm because you got that I don't want to say aggression because aggression has a negative meaning, but it's not a negative meaning. You know, if you sit in front of the computer all day long, you don't have the chance to, you know. And when you like either a fan of metal, somebody who goes to shows, or somebody who performs metal, you have that just go almost like animalistic at your shows, like to be like you know, the faces and be aggressive and screaming and yelling and, you know, like just communicating with the crowd and getting all of that like good animalistic aggression out, and then you go back to your normal life and everything is good, you know. I don't know I really when people ask me about that in Washington, I'm like, I honestly I haven't thought about it. Like maybe it's because we get a chance to really be crazy, but it's kind of like across the board, you know. Even mosh pits, you know, usually mosh pits, they can be dangerous, especially if they're big mosh pits, because people sometimes won't see you if you fall. But, you know, the first rule of the mosh pit is pick someone up. You don't punch people. Like, you it's interesting. All right, so this one is from Alexander. Oh, yeah, I know this band. All right, let's go. Oh, the Barbie of metal, right? The Barbie of metal. She's a Barbie. All right. I love how they play it out, that she's this like innocent girl with like beautiful big eyes and beautiful blonde hair, looking like Barbie, and she's walking around this dark place with everybody, and she has like this very, very bright, naive almost look. Really, really cool. I love first of all, everybody loves vampires. I'm no exception. I love everything with vampires, and it's really cool that everybody's dark and there's blood and there's teeth, and she's this like princess looking thing. Ooh, I just love when bands do something like more than just playing metal, you know, even though it's okay to just play music and just have, you know, regular music videos without like anything behind them. But like, it's so cool when you look and you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen to her? What is happening? Is she gonna become a vampire? Is she gonna run away? Is she a vampire? Like, it just gives like oomph, like a little bit more to the whole performance. Really cool. Oh, she's so pretty. Because I remember, I think it was you, Alexander, who requested them before, and you were like, oh, this is metal Barbie, the Barbie of metal, whatever. But she was further away from the camera, and the song, I remember the song was about, she was a dead girl who was killed by her boyfriend, but she is so in love with him that she is still in love with him, even though she knows he killed her, right? Something like that. But I didn't see her face there.
このなびく髪があなたと私を引き合わせようとする逃げ隠れあえぐあなたの間に私は常にいる鏡合う青い瞳
Very, very catchy chorus. I also like the doominess behind it, like mysterious vocals kind of thing.
髪をつていこと感じた この長い髪があなたのすべてを包んだあげたい色に振り払い走るあなたも諦めることができずに
I like, boom. Ooh, I feel like they all kind of look like Barbies. It's because just she has this like bleach blonde, like Playboy kind of like hair, Playboy bunny kind of hair. But all of them are very pretty, very. I don't want to say non-metal because there are a lot of beautiful princessy looking girl, like Asami looks like a princess, you know. But they all very, very like princessy looking girls. Really cool, really interesting take on it.
このなびく髪があなたと私を引き合わせようとする逃げ隠れあえぐあなたの間に私は常にいる
Yeah, exactly, Fred. Yeah. Is she gonna fall in love with the vampire? Oh. Nice. She's very morbid. From this and the past song, you know, she's always dying. Oh, really cool. You know who calls, you know that song Sex Metal Barbie, Maria Brink in this moment? So she is like, on the American side, she is the metal Barbie. Even though her stuff is more like new metal. And the short-haired guitarist is still looking bored. I don't think anybody's looking bored. It's just Japanese people are a little bit different, you know, and their facial features are a little bit different. And it's like Miyako. Sometimes it looks like she's just like, you know, but she's not. It's just a different culture. Really, really cool. Oh, she's just so... Who said that? I think I was watching some stupid Instagram video, and this guy was like talking about he went to Japan and he was like, those women, they don't have like an ounce of testosterone on them. They're so sweet and they're so feminine and they're ultra feminine. You talk to them and they're like taka, 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 taka. And he was like, instantly as a man you just want to like protect them and be nice to them and just make sure you protect them from all the wrong in the world because they're just so feminine and so beautiful. And And that's what I see here. Like she's just so like almost looks like fragile, and you just want to put her like on a cloud and just protect her from everything in the world. Maybe that's like a you know how they say like, oh, people love Japanese metal because it's like a fetish. Like it's not. Japanese metal is a good fucking metal, you know. But I see, I guess, a tad of like they just look like women, you know. You just want to like protect them. Like it's really cool. Oh, she's so pretty. Even and she's not even my type, you know. Even I want to be like, do you want anything? Everything is okay. Like, are you okay? Are you feeling well? Like, maybe it's the water. They're all beautiful and talented. It's the hard work. I think that's what it is, because Japanese people don't play when it comes to hard work. All right, so this is the last one for the live request. I have one more for Peggy, because I think I skipped her last time. And this is going to be from Smear. So let's go. Warrior Soul, The Losers. Looked like it's an old video. It almost started like bluesy, but I mean, rock came from blues, so. Just kind of like a marchy army kind of ta-ka-ta-ta-ta.
Have you ever wanted to be someone you're not? But you look into the world and you see what you've got. There's nothing there but brains and guts. Finally open the door, then it shuts. Look to the center, and I think you'll find.
Yeah, very that sound. 80s, 90s, yeah.
You change the channel, and there's nothing there. You are both pretty, and it isn't fair. Here's to the losers. The substance abusers.
I thought the melody would go a different way.
The rejects.
Oh my god, the hair!
All the imperfects. 'Cause I think we're beautiful.
First of all, diction. Diction is fucking incredible. I think my girlfriend is here. Maybe? Yeah. Or not. Maybe. I heard something. The diction. Yes. I don't know where we went wrong with the diction and the way we talk. And I'm not the one to speak on that because I have an accent. And I'm sure sometimes I say things that you guys don't understand. And my grammar, you know I make mistakes in my grammar. And when I make those mistakes, I know that I made those mistakes, but I think faster than I talk. So sometimes I make those mistakes. But honestly, sometimes I feel like my English is better than an English of like average American person, because sometimes I get the text from people and I'm like, what? Nothing against Americans, you know. I feel like it's a universal thing. I think before people were paying more attention to delivering what they are saying, you know, like sometimes you listen to like, and it's not just about like hip hop or pop. Like sometimes it's the same with metal. You know, I have no idea what the fuck you're singing about. You know, and I feel like before you could really understand what people are saying. You know, I remember listening to Queen, and you know, I wasn't speaking English. Like I started learning English when I was 7. So like I could understand certain words, but still, like it's a completely different universe. So I could not understand everything, but I could understand what they're singing about. And then I came to America and I cannot understand shit, you know? So the diction is just like, it's just so fucking perfect.
'Cause I think we're beautiful. 'Cause I think we're beautiful. 'Cause I think
I mean, also the lyrics is not too complicated here, and he's not singing fast, so maybe that's another thing. But I mean, like, I understand every fucking word. I love how like spacey it is. Oh, that rasp. I would run to this song, yeah, Fred. Oh, I hate those mics. So tiny. I like how it's shot. It's almost like there's no like direction to like where the camera is pointing, because it's all over the place, and it's kind of like you feel like you're a little bit like underwater. Don't remember ever not understanding what you say. It's noticeable that you are speaking a foreign language, but your diction is great. Oh, thank you. Maybe you just used listening to me. I feel like when you're talking to a person that has an accent, if you listening to them for like certain amount of time, it kind of like you get so used to it that you still hear it, but you don't hear it as much as you heard it when you first heard them, you know. But I don't know. Thank you. Again, I love how it's like almost like you are underwater. I would listen to this on like my run, you know, because sometimes I listen to like energetic music, to like boom 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 boom, or like I like to listen to like something like Down with the Sickness, because the BPM is so perfect. Down with the and that's how you run. Down with the sickness, and it's like boom boom, right left, and I try to be on beat, and it's like makes me keep the same speed. But I love to run to this kind of stuff because I feel like you just get lost in a sound and in music, and forget that you're actually doing physical activity that, you know, exhausts you. So I think I'm gonna put this on my playlist and try to run to this. Oh, I love those fryish kind of sounds. A bit Pink Floyd-y over here. Yeah, a bit of Pink Floyd in there. Oh, you see Smear? I was right. This is like a get lost in a sound. and live harmonies, it's always a plus with a band. Oh, that's Smir, when you're saying it's like I have to go to my Instagram to pull up Peggy's request. Smir, when you're saying that's it's her long distance running song, so does it mean it's like on repeat? Cause like what is it like? She's running for 2 hours. For 2 hours she's running to the same song. Like how does it work? Ooh, Freddie. Okay, here we go. Joe Bonamassa official. Okay, so this is from Peggy because Anastasia has been bad and Anastasia skipped her last time. So let's go. Ooh, I love this! So sexy! Ugh. Metal is sexy, but blues? Ah!
Come on over to the place where I work.
Peggy, are you still with us?
Just come on in. Might run across, yeah, some of your old friends. Lord, your loneliness, I gotta soothe. I'll play the blues for you.
All right, I guess it's gonna be guitar solo. Yo, I always say that I'm gonna start checking out more blues, but I never do because there's so much shit to do and check out in this world. But I really should start. I mean, I love the blues. Like High School Boy, but I don't know why wouldn't I love the blues because it's like rock kind of came from that. It's just so like it gives me this like somebody's taking my heart out of my chest. Like it's just like this feel of like I don't know how it's just so sexy. Those long notes and sliding into the pitch. I like the param pam pam param.
Oh, I ain't no big name. Lord, I ain't no big star. I play the blues for you on my guitar. You know your loneliness, I'm trying to soothe.
The back vocals are perfect. god, that's so good! Yo! Ugh. I mean, why wouldn't I love blues? It all came from that shit, you know. It's all the same. It's not all the same, but it's all sound. Oh my god, those guitars! I don't know if you guys remember. I went to like 2 weeks ago, whatever. I was I wanted to have dinner, whatever, and stopped by this bar, and all of a sudden there was jazz concert, blues jazz concert gig, whatever, and I stayed there for like 4 hours. I just couldn't leave, and they all literally like freestyled the whole shit. Like there was a main guy that was singing, but other than that, it was just straight freestyle, because like you could tell, because they were like looking at each other's instruments, and sometimes they're like, okay, do I like it was like almost not rehearsed. It was so cool. Woo! I need to go to a blues concert.
When you're down and out and you feel real hurt,
oh, that back guitar.
come on over to the place where I work. Lord, you know this, I'm trying to soothe you. I'll play the blues for you.
The girl in the middle is so pretty.
Lord, you know this, I'm trying to soothe you. I'll play the blues for you.
Oh my god, I want to go dancing. Yeah, baby. Thank you for that, Peggy. Peggy showed up and left us. But that was from Peggy. You know what? Let's do a live stream, like blues live stream, because you guys, I feel like you all know blues, you know, just because it all came from there. So, and you definitely know more blues than me, because I know nothing. I mean, I know like main things here and there, you know, jazz main things, but honestly, like Samantha Fish, no, like I really don't know. We should do live stream that is like more blues oriented, you know, than anything else. All right, this was the last one. Anastasia has to go eat because it's almost 7 p.m. and I have not eaten yet. So tomorrow we're gonna do 8 p.m. It's gonna be strictly live requests. So we're gonna start with live requests right away. Whoa, can't talk. No Patreon requests tomorrow. Patreon requests are gonna be next week. And again, tomorrow 8 p.m. I already checked everything. The time is correct. Time is correct on my Patreon. Time is correct on my YouTube. Tomorrow, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna do just live stream, just live reactions. And if you guys wanna, yes, hot that like button. I like that. I'm gonna start saying not hit that like button, but hot it, baby. All right, tomorrow, and definitely gonna be welcoming a lot of blues requests because we really haven't done this. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for showing up earlier than it said because Anastasia fucked up the time. And I will see everyone tomorrow at 8 p.m. All right. Thank you, guys.